What's up? If I could change the world, I would do it right now. Yeah. Anyway, how's everybody doing? It's a fine evening. Merry Christmas if you're watching this. Merry Christmas. And this video is going to be my top 10 albums of 2022. Now, I listened to a lot of fucking rap this year. Okay. And probably, I listen to R&B. I listen to jazz, which is my favorite genre of music. But I just been seeing people make their top 10 rap albums of 2022, and I figured, you know what, it might be fun to include my top 10. You know, and I'm gonna include the honorable mentions too. And some of y'all gonna get pissed off with my honorable mentions, but but this is my list, all right? So fuck you. No, no, I ain't like, nah. I ain't gonna say. Excuse my language. Anyway, yeah. So first honorable mention. I'm tired of shit. First honorable mention is Freddie Gibbs' "Soul Sold Separately." Second honorable mention is Lupe Fiasco, "Drill Zion." Got Metro Boomin, "Heroes and Villains." Man, y'all gonna get pissed off at this other honorable mention. It's Pusha T is "Almost Tried." Now, before you cuss me the fuck out in the comments, if you guys want to interact with me, look, man, Pusha T is "Almost Dry." It was the album, it was the album of the year for me when it first came out. But reason why it didn't crack the top 10 for me is for a couple reasons, actually. Number one, it's because, well, this album hasn't really been in my rotation as of recently. Okay, and yeah, man, some of the I know the album came out earlier this year, but some of the songs didn't age well. I mean, some of the songs were kind of boring to listen to. Even though the lyricism was on point, it's just like some of the songs on there were just a little skippable, if you ask me. I know you're probably asking me like, hey, what the hell's a little skippable? Either it's skippable or it's not. But yeah, man, songs like I think "Neck and Wrist" featuring like Jay-Z, something like that, that was kind of skippable, and some other song too. My favorite song on there is "Let the Smoker Shine" the Coupe and Brambleton. Those are like my top two. Yeah. Yeah, man. Pusha T is "Almost Dry." Yeah. And the other reason is because there were just 10 more albums that I just like better than this album. Alright, be honest. It's my top 10. So again, you know. Anyway, another honorable mention is, y'all gonna really cut me out. Y'all gonna get heated about this one, and it's Kendrick Lamar and Mr. Morale and the Big Step. Y'all probably like, David, why the fuck was that not in your top 10? Your ass is on some drugs. What type of shit you on, broski? We could talk about it, etc. Look, there was just more albums that I like better than this. To be honest with you, and a couple of songs are skippable. Again, like that one song where Kendrick Lamar was on some bullshit, like. And Kendrick Lamar. Now let me just say this as a side note. Kendrick Lamar is one of my favorite rap artists of all time, and there's just one song where I was just like, Kendrick, what the fuck are you doing, man? But this song just went like, push his hands off me, like, huh. I'm like, what the, bro? What the fuck is that? like that song was just horrendous to me, and it was another song. It was another song by Kodak Black. I can't remember what the name of the song was, but yeah, those are the honorable mentions. All right. Now the lyricism was on point. I just like the other album. These top 10 I just like more. All right. Now number 10 is Lloyd Banks. Course of the Inevitable Part 2. Now, reason being is because why this album cracked the top 10 for me over Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers and Pusha T is almost dry is because, well, I liked it better. I liked it better. Yeah, I just liked it better. Lloyd Banks is, he's probably, if I was to make a top 50 rappers, he'd probably be in there. Probably like around number like 40 something, I suppose. I don't know. But yeah, Lloyd Banks, Force of the Inevitable. Yeah, number 10. Number 9, Drake, 21 Savage, Her Loss. Man, listen. I've been bumping, I don't know why, I've been bumping Drake like heavy this not even this month, this year. Not even last month, this year. Like Drake and 21 Savage, I don't know, I feel like they're a pretty solid duo. When I first heard that they were coming out with a joint album together, I was just like, I'm actually kind of excited to hear this. And yeah, pretty all the songs were pretty enjoyable on there, you know. And I think my favorite song is there's a couple of them. One is I like the I like that song by where 21 Savage is just rapping by himself, and it's called I think 6 a.m. in Glenwood or some shit like that. And what's that other shit? On my bullshit or something like that. Yeah, that's probably my favorite songs on there. So yeah, Drake and 21, number 9. Number 8, Benny the Butcher, Tana Talk 4. Great album. Not gonna go into too more details about that because I already listened to Benny the Butcher a whole lot. But that album, but as far as this year, as far as albums go, this is as far as albums that were released this year, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this one a lot. So it cracked the top 10 for me. Number 7 is one of my favorite rappers, and an album that I don't really hear too many people talking about like that. And this album came out this year, which is crazy. But it's KRS-One, and it's I'm Am Crew 12. I think that's how you say it. Sorry, KRS, if you just so happen to see this, which I doubt is even gonna happen. But forgive me if I butchered this shit. So I Am Crew 12. I feel like KRS-One had a had a statement he needed to be made when he lost that versus battle against Big Daddy Kane last year. To be honest, I think he lost. Not that KRS-One did bad, because he did amazing, but this Big Daddy Kane just had a more stellar and more impressive performance, because you know he had that because I'm just be honest, man, dude's old as shit. Like, we ain't that old, man, ain't that young either. But Big Daddy Kane, like he really showed the fuck out on that and at that versus, like his breath control, his performance, like he did an amazing job. KRS-One did a good job too, but Big Daddy Kane did a little better. And I Am Crew 12, man, it was a pretty amazing project, and I think it just cracked the top 10 for me. So, number 6, another one of my favorite rappers, Black Thought, Cheat Codes. Now why this album isn't in your top 10, man, I don't know what you're smoking. But no, I know music is subjective. You're allowed to have whoever you want in your top 10. But yeah, man, Black Thought, Cheat Codes, amazing project, lyricism, beat selection, man, the wordplay, just everything about that album was just amazing. All right. So Cheat Codes is number 6. Number 5 is actually a rap artist that not too many people bring up like that, but it's a rapper that I found out about last year, and I've been listening to him every once in a while. But it's Del the Funky Homo Sapien and Kool Keith, and the album is called Subatomic. Now that album was really good. Like that production on the album was pretty hard. I almost had it at number 1, but I couldn't put it at number 1 because those other 4 I just like better than this one. But if you get it, if you ever get it, now it's called Del the Funky Homo Sapien and Kool Keith Subatomic. Now if you haven't listened to the album, go listen to it. I promise you won't be disappointed. Again, I know that music is fucking subjective, but it don't gotta be fucking subjective for you to fucking like. I promise you gonna like it. I promise you. Well, you should like it. Otherwise, you ain't got no taste in music. No. Anyway, I know I'm kind of doing too much, but number 4 is a very underrated New York MC, right? And it's Rock Marciano slash The Alchemist, and the album is called Elephant Man's Bones. People don't talk about that album a whole lot, right? And I actually saw this album in on the Complex Top 20, I think it was. Yeah, top 20 albums of 2022. And it was pretty high up there. I think it was at like number 4 or 5 or some shit like that, right? It was pretty high up there, and I'm genuinely surprised that I thought it was gonna be. I thought it wasn't gonna be on the list at all, since I haven't been seeing that particular album on anybody's. Excuse me, on anybody's top 10, top 20, nothing albums for 2022. Like, I'm genuinely surprised Complex, or I think it was on NME.com or something like that. I'm surprised I haven't that high. This album is underappreciated, and again, if you ever listen to it, go listen to it. That album is amazing. Number 3. I might be going into a little bit more depth on these top 3, but this top 3 might come off as a surprise to some people, but then again, it might not. And this number 3 is Jeezy, DJ Drama, Snowfall. I got quite a few collaboration projects on this top 10 list. These people did their thing on this. Let's see, Black Thought and Danger Mouse, Drake and 21, The Elephant and Rock Marciano, Alchemist. Yeah, quite a few. Yeah, I got a lot of collaboration. I got like 4 rappers with DJ slash producers, and 2 rappers collaborations albums. A rapper collaboration album. And Jeezy is number 3 because growing up I didn't really listen to a whole lot of Jeezy like that, to be honest. But one that made me really, like, I was listening to him quite a bit this year. I don't know why. It's just something told me to just go ahead and dive into his catalog, because he's like one of the like pioneers of the Atlanta trap music scene, along with T.I. and like Gucci Mane and all those other cats. But yeah, Jeezy, yeah. If one really made me get excited for Jeezy's new album was mainly because of his performance with ESTG at this past BET Hip Hop Awards, which was like was a couple months ago in October. And Jeezy spazzed the fuck out on that verse, man. I think I've watched a video of that performance at least 30 times already, because that's how much I liked this shit. And I think he said some shit like the way he ended it off, which was like, it was wild. It was like, he was like, I got 4 million in cars with nowhere to go. Bars. No. But I'm like, but in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, why the fuck you got 4 million in cars? You ain't got no. I'm just presuming you ain't got no license. So why the fuck you got 4 million in cars? Anyway, look, Jeezy, his delivery and his bars, that particular bars what stood out the most to me, but like that dude was spazzing the fuck out, and y'all gotta listen to some more Jeezy, man. Now Jeezy is like, I'm not sure he's gonna crack my top 50 rappers, but he might be top 100. So yeah, Snowfall, solid. Album was amazing. Go listen to it if you haven't already. Now number two, number dos is Nas, King's Disease 3. Now some people, for those that don't know, Nas is my favorite rapper of all time. I was always into like a mental tug of war, right? On who was my favorite rapper. Like, was it Eminem? Was it KRS-One? Was it Nas? And those 3 are my top 3 rappers of all time. Those are my top 3. But Nas, I think it's pretty safe to say that Nas is my favorite rapper of all time. It was Eminem for a while too. Then a couple years ago, I started getting into like KRS-One, and I think he was like my favorite rapper at one point. But I was listening to Nas, like many people I was listening to growing up with people like Nas, like T.I., Eminem especially. He was like my favorite rapper for a while. Him and Nas was like my favorite rapper for a while, along with T.I. T.I. was like my first favorite rapper, and he's in my top 10 as well, maybe top 15, somewhere along those lines. But yeah, man, those are like my favorite rappers, and Nas is by far it's been for a while. Nas has been my favorite rapper of all time. I just couldn't admit it to myself because I was like Eminem, KRS One. I'm like David. God is like David. The fuck? Which one is it? Yo, you know. But yeah, Nas my favorite rapper. KD3, King's Disease 3 was amazing. Some people will be surprised it wasn't my number one, but this is because I like my number one just a little bit better. King's Disease 3 songs like Thun, Michael and Quincy, my personal favorite, which is Once a Man, Twice a Child. I think the song costs a Hood to Hood. I think the song Hood to Hood is pretty dope too. Shit, man. What the fuck, SMH? That was a pretty that one was a pretty solid song too. The whole project was amazing, and I just love that whole album. The production, his lyricism. You would think like since Nas has been in the game so long, since '94, when he dropped the Medic, you would have thought that he would have ran out of shit to saying he's gonna be dropping, like his rapping skills were just gonna be worsening, and like his albums were just gonna like lack, not like lack depth and meaning, but just I don't know, just start getting like repetitive, and people gonna be like, alright, motherfucker, retire already, you know. But I don't know. Nas has dropped 4 amazing albums, especially being in the game so long. He dropped 4 amazing albums within a short time span, which is 2 years. And yeah, this man just he's the greatest rapper of all time to me. Some people might call me biased because he's my favorite rapper. But yeah, man, I think he's the greatest rapper of all time. And he's my favorite. And this album, and he's still dropping amazing projects. And now that he's about to be 50 real soon. Which is crazy to say since my homie don't even look 50 at all, you know what I mean? The years have been good to him. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the big bro. One of my favorite rappers of all time. King Escobar. Nah, salute to you, big bro. I don't even know if I can call him uncle. That's gonna be weird, man, because dude don't even look like homie don't even look like an uncle. But whatever, man. KD3, Nas, my boy. You know what I'm saying? Solid project. Now, number 1. JID, The Forever Story. JID is my favorite rapper right now as we speak. Nas is my favorite rapper overall, but JID is my favorite rapper right at this very moment, like right now. Like JID has proven himself time and time again that he's just the fucking guy, man. Like I remember watching the Funk Flex, his freestyle on Funk Flex, and Funk, like he was saying a bunch of clever ass lines, and Funk Flex was just looking at him like this. I'm like, nigga, react. Like, do you not understand that this is greatness? You're witnessing right now. You got the audacity, because this nigga's not 40 or 45 years old, been in the game since 1982, that you can't have a reaction to some of his bars. Like that's what pisses me off. Whatever, man. JID, man, The Forever Story, shit was amazing. My favorite song on that whole project would probably be Money. I like how the kids were singing on there, and his bars, and I like the beat too, and I like his bars on there too, his delivery, cadence, the whole thing was just everything, man. Shout out to that. Shout out to you, JID. I also liked Crack Sandwich. That's another one of my favorite songs on there. And I also liked his singing performance on Cody Blue 31. I like that too. That was a pretty good song. So those 3 are probably like my top 3 songs on that album. The one thing not even really like a gripe, just one thing that I would change about that album was Little Durk's verse on that song. It was a song on there called Brother Nim, and Little Durk was featured on that. And that's probably the one thing that I would change about that album. Is either you could replace him. Not that Little Durk did bad. It's just I feel like his auto tune was just kind of like threw off the whole vibe of the song. For me, at least. I mean, I don't know how y'all feel, since I know music is subjective. But I don't know. I guess like replace him with like somebody like Corday or Joey Badass, or I don't know, one of the OGs like KRS One or freaking what's the 5'9" or somebody, I don't know. I just wouldn't have used the auto tune. Maybe a little Dirk would have not used the auto tune. I would have felt a little different. But anyway, this not me going hard against Lil Durk. I like Lil Durk, even though I don't listen to him like that. But he's cool, you know what I mean? But yeah, Journey Forever Story #1. All right, those are my top 10 albums of the year. I know y'all probably tired of hearing me talk, but if you made it to the end of the video, I'm just gonna clap it up for y'all, cause whew, I know can't do the video. It was tough, man. Y'all tired of hearing me. But anyway, man. Hopefully you guys have a blessed day. Merry Christmas. Save the music, save the people, save the world. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.